up a copy of the music on my phone, so I can. You're teaching me this piece. It's a piece I don't know. So I'm just gonna watch as you play. Check your open strings one more time. That's its own skill. So I know that's not easy to do. That doesn't happen very much in real life where you have to just get up on stage and play without warming up. So very nice job. You have very nice attention to detail, and I can tell that you've worked hard on bow distribution, thinking about the tempo and how things fit together. The piano is really admirable, really nice, a lot of nice things. And what's a mazurka? Do you know what a mazurka is?
It's a dance.
Yeah. And what's so we have the feeling in 3, right? But what's the bigger pulse? Yeah, so if that's the 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What's the bigger pulse? What's the if you were to give it a bigger gesture, a bigger common denominator, what would it be?
I'm not sure if I can answer that question.
You're not sure if you can answer? So for the audience, were you in the group that had to do a waltz in orchestra?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the feeling of a waltz aside from being in 3? What's the bigger feeling of a waltz? It's 1, right? I think that's the case for this too. So that instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, through that we feel. And here, that I think the impulse from the bar is from one. And I think you can just have so much more fun. Yeah? I think dances, in general, there are some somber dances, but I think a lot of time dance is very lively, especially a dance like this. Yeah, and there's a lot of joy built in. Do you ever get silly? What do you do when you're silly?
I like to jump.
You like to jump? Okay, great. So let's imagine that you're having a silly moment and you want to play yum. And maybe sometimes it's not a up and down dance, up and down jump, and it's like that there's emotion in it, so that doesn't feel too the same. And then when we have this middle section, I don't know this piece, so I'm glad I'm learning it from you. When you have these kinds of things, I don't think it's always. Maybe sometimes. Raise your hand if you ever improvise in your practice room. Does anybody ever do that? Okay, good. Yes? Okay, Miss Kylie does a little bit. I think you can, if you spend some time making up your own mazurka, I think that can be helpful. Can we try that? So let's imagine, we'll have to leave piano out, I'm sorry, because we're going to have unknown harmonies. But if you were to play, let's choose the middle section for a second. And let's play, yeah, let's use G minor, so something in that world. And let's make up something that's just make something up, 4 bars. Don't look at the music, don't look at the music. Imagine this doesn't exist. Okay, I think it's too close to what's there. Let's try, pretend it's all 8 notes with some dotted rhythms. Let's do this. I'll play, see if you can imitate, okay? Just do that much. From here. And imagine that you just made that up in your room. That's fine too, great. One more time. That's good too. Yeah, so by doing this, you're training the feeling without being locked into what's on the page. So. Let's do, I'll do slowly. 3, 2, 1. colors. Okay, good. So, with those few examples, now can you take 4 bars, invent your own? Okay, good. And can you feel always the feeling of one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and go. Okay, that's getting there. So what I want you to play around with at home, make up your own version of this. Think about, okay, I'm going to follow the structure, but I'm going to make my own. Because what I think happens is we get too bogged down by the notes on the page. Okay, you do a really nice job, you practiced well, you studied well, but I miss the sense of dance, and I miss the sense of freedom, okay? So even the beginning, like, this is, what are we doing here? What's happening there? What is this? What is that? That's silly.
It's setting up a tempo, and it's also like preparing for the mood.
Yeah, it's setting up a tempo, but I think more than anything, it's like the guys are getting ready in the band, you know, people are sitting, this is like folk music, right? People are sitting and the band is like, check the strings. Yeah, and I think it can be much more like, oh, I'm just fiddling around, getting set up. And then when you start this guy, the feeling of this, what's this marking? Molto vigoroso. What does it mean? Molto is what? If you see molto forte, what does it mean? Does anybody know molto? The word we have the C this a lot, right? Our markings are in Italian. Molto, what does it mean? A lot, yeah. Molto means very, or a lot, or much. Okay? Vigoroso, what does it look like? It's a cognate to English.
It's like
Vigorous, exactly. So I think the feeling should be you have like, it's like a dirt floor maybe, and you're very rustic, vigorous in the feeling. You're always thinking about dancing. Can you try the beginning one more time with piano? And I think this is, imagine that you're just like messing around before the band starts. Or you are the band, but you're messing around before the dance starts. It's too perfect. Can you just be like, I want to play. Imperfect, right? Nobody's doing anything there. It's just you. Okay? Still too perfect. Imagine that the rests aren't exactly a quarter note. Maybe it's like. Like make us wait for that one. Let yourself wait for a second before you start the second beat. One more time. And. Don't make it perfect. Yeah, one more time. And 2 and. Okay, can we just talk about the stroke here? Can we think of this as like, it's like a double scoop. So you start the open string, and then as you come back in, what I want to avoid is this being its own attack. Because if I play, it sort of gets boxed in. I miss this feeling of boom, like the knees bend on that downbeat. Yum, bum, bum, beat. Did you ever watch a Mazurka? Go home, just YouTube it when you get home. Just watch them do it. It's so cool. It's very rustic, and it's very like, it's very in the earth. It doesn't ever feel like I'm gonna do a really nice job, and I'm gonna be upright, and it's correct and good, and in rhythm. It's so can we try just loop this one? So as you get to this part of your bow, you re-scoop like an ice cream scoop through that note. Yeah, I think it's too fast. Better. Nice. And not too high on your F sharp. And I would say try to start this double stop by like this point in the bow. Yeah. So if you, I kind of sunk, right? I don't have enough bow. Yeah, but more importantly, where you start the. Yes. That's nice. That's great. So now there's dimension in sound. I don't know this at all, but I'm going to try just see if we can find the character. Can I try finding the character? Okay, so. Sweep through that downbeat, and that you're always feeling like your knees are bending through that first note. Can we do a little bit more? Let's go right on actually from the go for open strings, and see if you can like maybe literally bend your knees. Can you try? What if it's scoop through? So try that one. Just from here. No, from this low string. And what if these guys match? You play this nicely. This, because I think this is the same music. Try this up once, and a lot of energy through that. Go from the pickup. Up. So ignore this down. Ignore that up. Yeah, so it could be. Let me try once. Can I try with the piano? Watch the going one. match this guy. So rum-pum-pya, rum-pum-pum, that has the same energy. What was that? Open, from the open strings. Because what happens when you play, those get kind of short and a little bit stuck in the string. You hear the difference? Yeah. Try up, up on each of those. But what I'm trying to get at is that the character is really captured. So I think, and this is maybe the moral of the story for today. Learn your music in a flexible way, so that if changes happen, or that if you want to try something different, it's accessible. I think what happens too often is we learn exactly what's there and we play left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. Okay, I did it. But then when something else changes, it's like my body doesn't know how to change. My body doesn't have that available. And I think that's maybe true for all three people that played today. So learn your music in such a way that you have freedom and flexibility. Part of that comes from experimenting with sound. Part of that comes from improvising, making up your own version. Like maybe tomorrow you play... But if you play around with that, then you have more flexibility in what's possible. I think because we learn, we take this as sort of biblical, which is good in certain ways, right? Like we learn well, we read well, we follow the pianos and the pianissimos and things. But if you have more space for flexibility in the brain and the body, you're able to do things, change bowing, try a different technique, try a different character, and watch a Mazurka, see how they dance, see how they bend their knees, the rusticity in the sound, and play around with how to capture the... Violin playing is so much about trial and error. You just have to search for the thing that you want to hear. And in a small way, do you guys know what narcissism is? If somebody's a narcissist, what does it mean? That they're really into themselves, right? Like, oh, I'm so cool, I'm so pretty, I'm so talented, right? We don't want that most of the time. But when you play violin, there has to be a little bit of narcissism in that you want to love what comes out. You want to be convinced by what you're doing. So that you have to, it doesn't always happen in the way you want, but when you try something, you have to be, okay, I love that. Or, okay, I'm convinced by my sound there. Or I really like how I made the character. So you have to search for a little bit of narcissism where you find the thing that makes you feel good, that makes you feel proud, that makes you feel, oh, that's a good hairdo. Yeah? So search for that a little bit. You learn very well. You're very well set up. You have beautiful posture, good approach. Let yourself now be free and find the joy, find the dance, find what's not in the music. Yeah. Okay. Very nice.